Thank you everyone for joining us today. My name's George Wolfe. I'm the Product Specialist Manager here at CreditorWatch, and I also manage the Queensland sales team. So there's lots going on, and I'm really pleased today to bring to you a brand new product from CreditorWatch, which is ApplyEasy Essentials. A bit of a background for today's presentation and agenda. So we're going to go through some slides to explain what this product is for, why we created it, and how it will help you moving forward. And we'll also go through a quick product demonstration to show you and give you a bit of a look and feel as to how it works and what it does, and potentially give you some ideas on whether it's something you could apply within your business on a day-to-day basis. Hopefully you've all can see my screen. I'm sure someone will let me know if that's not the case, and I'm just going to get started. At the end of after the demonstration, we'll have a quick Q&A session, and we'll also take a poll, essentially asking you to express your interest if you want to get more information. Alrighty, so let's get started. Before we jump in, a bit of a background on CreditorWatch itself. CreditorWatch is Australia's largest commercial credit reporting business or bureau. We've got over 55,000 customers, the majority of whom are smaller businesses, but ranging all the way up to ASX listed entities. Importantly, 90% of our customers use us exclusively, and that's a really important stat because smaller businesses are typically and often the worst paid businesses in Australia. So any information they can give us around payment defaults or late payments from their customers is really vital to providing our customers really early warning signs that things are going wrong. So we're all about proactive credit management here at CreditorWatch, and ApplyEasy Essentials really falls into that bracket. So there's a little summary on CreditorWatch. If you want more, there's plenty of information on our website, or please talk to your account manager. All right. I just wanted to talk about what is Essentials as a platform and why it's so important to CreditorWatch moving forward. As mentioned, we have over 55,000 customers. And the vast majority of those are small to medium-sized businesses. Now, for those of you who are not aware, CreditorWatch was formed just a little bit over 11 years ago with the primary intention of helping small businesses access effective credit reporting tools in an affordable and user-friendly manner. So we did this via a unique subscription model, which coupled an online dashboard with a proactive monitoring and alerting system. So it is really with great pleasure that we announce the Essentials range, and it is designed primarily to assist small to medium-sized businesses digitize their onboarding credit management processes. And the first product we are starting with that is ApplyEasy. And it's all built around this concept of best practice. So giving you what you need to effectively and quickly onboard new customers, do the appropriate checks without overwhelming them with additional requirements to provide data or upload paper and manual forms. So this is really timely at the moment. If you've watched our latest risk index, insolvencies that are on the rise, industries such as retail and tourism, and especially construction, are really starting to struggle post-COVID, post-government assistance. And so now is a great time to really beef up your credit management processes internally. All right, so just a quick summary about the product itself, what it was designed to do. So this is our kind of our mission statement. We want to help businesses we wanted to create an industry-leading credit application to help businesses trade quickly and professionally with new customers. So again, keeping along those lines, the theme is to help you trade quickly and professionally with new businesses and remove the red tape and the admin associated with doing so. Let's keep going along those lines. And as I said, we're really focusing on this concept of best practice. Best practice is about giving you the tools you need to perform your onboarding process without overwhelming you or the customer with unnecessary requirements to upload information or data. Ideally, what we envisage when you use ApplyEasy Essentials is that you, if you choose to, can send out an application, have it filled out quickly on a mobile device, and be trading within 15 to 20 minutes. Going to go through a little bit more information about what that looks like. But first, I'm going to just quickly talk to some of the pain points that we sought to address when we went and asked customers exactly what they wanted from the Essentials platform. So I'm not going to read all this feedback verbatim, but I hope that as you go through them, they resonate with you and you can see relevance to your business. But some of the really key things were, it's just taking too long, and salespeople are getting annoyed with us. So credit people approving credit were the meat in the sandwich, so to speak, and they just felt that pressure building from different areas of the business who are revenue focused. There are several quotes there about managing paper, whether that's manual documents, so tangible physical documents, or electronic documents within a drive. The ability to track those things and keep up to date with what is the latest version, for example, was extremely burdensome, and compounded even further when customers would send in complete apps or cross out their terms and conditions because they didn't feel like they applied to them, for example. So it's about removing a lot of those headaches and the dependency on the printer, scanner, and filing aspects of running a business, and just simplifying things in general. I mean, many small to medium-sized businesses, their admin people, they're multitaskers galore. They do so many things, and it's about taking things off their desk and creating an easy to implement process. One of the other things that was a common theme is, look, my customers just aren't going to sit there at a desk and wait for me to send them a form. They're out and about. They want to do things on the fly. So if I send them a form, they're just going to ignore it and possibly go somewhere else. And finally, the other one there, which I'll touch on more in a bit more detail, is around costs. So as we go through and explain how we manage this from a cost perspective, the theme from customers was we just don't want to embark on something which is heavily cost intensive up front before we know whether it's going to work for us or not. So the dollars is always important, because there's always somewhere else for them to go if the product doesn't suit your needs and you can't justify it straight off the bat. So we'll go through a couple of those examples as well. Just to summarize, really what was the kind of key things that customers wanted from us based on their feedback. So they want a cost-effective system which is quick to set up with minimal upfront costs. So the ability to start using a system and then build on it as you see fit was really important. The other key things were remove paper-based processes, just streamline that whole process so that it flows digitally and there's no need to take documents outside of the ApplyEasy system. So yeah, that was a really important one, especially in terms of ROI and time savings. Meet customer expectations. So again, customers are really getting trained now to want a simple experience. So you can't really even order a pizza these days without going on an app and filling it out. And whether we like it or not, that consumer experience flows into how we work commercially. So the ability to use a phone or any device from anywhere in a professional and timely manner was really critical. It is about meeting the market, and customers will look to deviate to those businesses that give them those great onboarding experiences. And last but certainly not least, and the foundation on which CreditorWatch was built was about making sure you are minimizing your bad debts and your fraud risks. So sounds pretty obvious, but this is why people don't just create a digital form and stick it online for people to fill out. Integrating your credit checks and your reporting directly with your onboarding app really helps streamline things and keep things all in one place moving forward. So those are the key kind of value propositions that we sought to provide customers with ApplyEasy Essentials. So easily accessible, effective, quick, and reduces debts. Alrighty, moving on. So what's included in the application? And I'll show you a sample in a couple of minutes. But we've got a branded digital credit application. So it's all online, it's personalized with your logo. You can make variations in terms of colors and backgrounds and things like that. So it does have the look and feel of your business. It's mobile optimized, so it can fit any mobile screen. And I'll show you an example. There is a credit check included with every application, including a basic credit recommendation. We do set up that recommendation with you initially based on your own parameters, such as your appetite for risk and the amount of credit that you are extending. As I said, it is a recommendation, so you can ignore it. It's just there to provide you another insight into the customer you're looking to bring on board. Save and resume functionality, really critical. People do get disturbed while they are filling out these things, and it will give them the option to come back within 7 days and complete that. An online application portal where all your applications are stored, whether they are approved or rejected, they'll all be stored in one place for you to refer back to at any point in the future. And that will also include a point-in-time credit check as per the day that they made the application. Electronic signatures, so legally binding, IP certified, and commonly used to date and timestamp the approval from the associated person within the app. So we'll show you what that looks like as well. Finally, and not least, securely hosted platform in Australia with the full help desk support. So if you have any issues technically, we will be there to support you and make sure they are resolved as quickly as possible. And in addition to that, we have a full team of people who are there to help you design and build your applications from the very beginning. We will be introducing or offering a special offer at the end of the webinar, so hopefully that's a bit of an incentive for you to stay tuned. So stick around for the end, and hopefully that will appeal to you also. A really important thing for customers was the ability to grow as you go. So adding additional functionality as you feel the need to do so, rather than trying to understand what your requirements are up front and commit to doing it all in one go. So something like a director's guarantee, it's absolutely available now, but we'd urge you to, if possible, simplify the application process for your customer by not including it unless it's absolutely necessary. Other things like customized fields, decision trees, decision tree is just something where, based on the answer you give to a question, you may get additional questions or remove additional questions. So that's something you might look at doing in the future. Smart ID is a really cool product. We are about to launch. It's a document verification service, and so it'll identify you, take a photo, and make sure that you are the person applying by matching you against a picture of your driver's license or passport or something similar. Client monitoring. If you want to monitor clients moving forward, so what that means is add them to a watch list, and CreditorWatch will actively alert you if anything changes relating to their credit status. It might be a director change, so you have to update their application form, or it might be that they've had a court action or a default lodged against them, and you want to make sure that you're protected from them moving forward. So you might stop credit, for example. That can be added as required. You are not required to have that straight away with ApplyEasy Essentials. Multiple forms. So if you've got multiple businesses running off a single CreditorWatch application, you can have both of those. You can have different forms of different logos off the same product. So again, just trying to simplify it so you've got one point of access. Some things coming soon. Digital signatures, auto decisioning. Digital signatures, sorry, it's about the Scribble, more of a DocuSign type of product, which has been largely requested, and we're happy to say that's very close. Auto decisioning, if you want auto approvals or declines, those can be added in. API, so the ability to integrate applications directly into your CRM application. Just again to remove a lot of that manual processing and improve accuracy, and automated trade references. With automated trade references, it is important to note that we do encourage you to capture trade references via ApplyEasy Essentials now. It's just the automated component automatically emails the referees for details. Best practice suggests that you're better off using a payment rating, which is available via CreditorWatch. But again, we do want to meet the market and make sure everything is available that people need and ask for. All right, just quickly before we jump into a demo. So ApplyEasy Essentials is here now. For those who are potentially watching from larger organizations who have more specific needs, we're also working at building out additional levels of ApplyEasy, specifically Pro and Enterprise, where you'll have access to more customization and more features. But again, Essentials is designed to give you what you need to effectively trade as soon as possible. If you are a pro, which is a larger corporate or an enterprise, which is usually a financial institution, please reach out to your client manager and have a chat about what we're doing in the timescale so you're informed moving forward. All right, thank you all. Let's just jump into a really quick demo. Hopefully you can all see my screen. Excuse me while I kind of turn my head a little bit to go through it. So this is what ApplyEasy Essentials looks like on the screen. And the first thing I like to show people is that it is optimized for mobile. So you can literally just trying to squeeze my window down to show you guys. Give me 1 second. Oh, there we go. So imagine that this is your credit check, basically on a mobile phone. And this is how a lot of your customers will utilize it. So any device, it can be utilized effectively. But going through, you have your logo, you have your choice of background colors, you've got your privacy policies and your terms and conditions, which you can store in there and just click open, for example. Just give you a snapshot. And then you can simply just start and apply now. So again, I can free type in some information, and it will reach into the bureau, into CreditorWatch, and pull out the relevant information. So you can pre-fill. So pre-filling is really important, both for time saving for your customer and for accuracy of the application itself. Your pre-filling will include an address. So here's an example, and that's all done for you. Here's an example of a decision tree or a live field. If I click yes, it prompts me to fill in more boxes. If I click no, it removes them. So for simplicity, I'm just going to leave it and move forward with the application. We did reference this, but you can save and resume later. And if you do push this button, it will give you a link which can be sent to yourself, which you can refer to within the next 7 days. So again, it's nice and simple, and it helps you just stay on top of those customers that have potentially done a partial application. So just clicking next. So I'll just use my details here, and I'll be a financial controller. For example, could be anything. Again, just filling out the essential information. Again, it will ask me from the bureau to select the relevant director and email address. You can add another director if you choose, just by clicking that box, which is a nice option. So I've made this director's guarantee mandatory. It's important to note that this can be used for any document upload, but I think director's guarantee is probably one of the most relevant. And that's how it links in there. So you can link any documents or request any documents required to have that sucked up and attached. So that's as simple as that is. I should specify that you can make fields mandatory or non-mandatory, and we work with you to make sure that the number of mandatory fields is relevant, so you're not overwhelming your client with collecting data which isn't necessary. All right, credit limit, all the good stuff. Just make it the same. I'm just going to put in, I'm not going to put in my real bank details, obviously. And an account number. So it gives you a summary of the application. You can click through and review it. And then I can authorize it, give my details, and complete the application. So I'll get an email saying the exact same thing, and from there, that has been submitted. So the next step is to go into the inbox. Hopefully that hasn't timed out. So there's the application we just did. And this inbox, as you can see, it actually sits within CreditorWatch itself. So you're not having multiple logins, it's all within one place. Just to quickly go through some functionality here, you can jump in and view the application. So I'm going to show you one that I approved earlier. I can download the credit report, and it will actually download the report as of the date the application was made. I'll just show you what that looks like. Full CreditorWatch report available for you at any time going into the future. So it's filed and stored. It's very important. And you can change the decision status and add account IDs as per your requirement. This is just some summary tabs of the application. There's the personal guarantee. This is one I uploaded earlier, but it's the same thing. and confirmation there. Oops. So a couple of things just to finish off on. If you do want to, you can go in and download the application via PDF, which is nice to be able to tangibly have and store. You can filter by various credit limits and entity types, or a common thing that you might want to do is filter by approved, for example. So again, it's making it easy for you to see everything in one place and keep track of your applications. Look, essentially that's the process. It's very streamlined, very simple, and very flexible. And it is designed, as we say, to give you a best practice onboarding process with minimal time and effort to get set up, and as well as expense. All right, I'll just jump back to the actual slides demo. So we did mention a special offer. So for those who attended the webinar, if they do want to review this, we're offering 12 months credit monitoring on entities approved for credit this financial year. So for example, if you're approving 5 apps a month or 5 credit applications a month, we'll allow you monitoring up to 60 applications for this financial year. So it's a nice little bonus, and a thank you for attending the webinar this morning, and the ability to kind of then proactively take the next step and track customers as you engage in a relationship with them is a really nice thing to be able to do. Just quickly, if there's any questions, please let us know. I'm happy to take questions quickly now, or please reach out. We'll reach out to you and answer any questions directly. Quick time for a quick poll. I think Sherry's going to run the poll, but please let us know if you're interested in a demo or any other information on ApplyEasy Essentials. Give it a couple of seconds to fill that in. All right, thank you, everyone. So look, just check for questions, hang on. Just got one question from Nalin, I hope that pronunciation is right. Yes, Nalin, we can show you the credit score of the customer before it's approved. We just didn't have it in that particular credit app. And another question, why does the director guarantee section require an attachment? Can it not be included and require director digital signature only to complete the processes? Yep, that's a very good question, and that is something that we will be introducing very soon, Nalin, so thank you very much for that question. Those are all the questions that we have. But if there are more, please don't hesitate to reach out, as we've kind of given you a whistle-stop tour today, and more than happy to go through in more detail one-on-one. All right, thanks everyone. Really appreciate your time and hope you enjoy the rest of your day.